notice about as we're looking at our song, Cajun folk songs, do we all have the second movement bell? We're going to be looking at the second movement just so you guys have that up as we're starting to take a look at that. So what do we notice about the meter right off the bat?
5/4.
5/4, yeah, exactly. So we have the 5 quarter notes for every single measure, right? So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of that just in a quick scale just to get that beat right in the feeling of the beat and meter right in our fingers there and our air going as well, so that way we can jump right into the music. Can I have us on a concert F scale? And we're going to go ahead and do that just in quarter notes from the bottom to the top and just straight on down. We're not going to repeat the top note. Make sense? Cool, cool. Let's go ahead and make sure we're standing up nice and big. We're going to play, and we're going to sit like we want to perform, right? Nice, big, nice, full sound, so we're going to sit up nice and tall. Let me hear that concert F, 5 beats per measure. Yeah. Sorry, percussion, we're going to go ahead and do a scale. Can I actually have you guys up on mallets? You're always in the back, so it's a little hard to... Oh, there's percussion back there, that's right. Thanks, guys. We're going to go ahead and do 5 quarter notes, concert F scale, up to the top and back down. Let me hear that very first note, just our concert F together. Yeah, so I want that nice full sound you have. Can we do a little better job of articulating right at the bat? So we have more of this tone right at the top, not wah, but fa. Let me hear that note one more time. Really good articulation. I can hear the tone, especially from the low brass right here, which is difficult to do, right? Trumpet's just a little quicker to that articulation, but I think we're getting a lot closer than the first time we did that. So we're going to do the scale, 5 quarter notes all the way up and down. I'll give you 4 or 5. 4. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Producing. However, I feel like we're just a little timid right now because, yeah, in case we're noticing that, I am conducting this in 3 plus 2 to get us to that 5. That way it just is a little clearer for this is 1 together. Does that make sense? Yes. Cool. I want us to do a little bit more tone, just a little fuller right now. We're a little timid. Don't be timid. It's just the F scale, right? Can we start at the top and go down?
Like when we're going up, it's like, are we going like 5 notes?
Yes, sorry. 5 notes per pitch.
Could you model it, please, with your voice? Just with your voice.
It's like, where'd my horn go? So, ba, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ba, 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 ba. And we're actually going to articulate not ba, but let's have do, 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 do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool, one more time. We'll start at the top and we'll just come down, from top note down. 4, 5. Let's make sure we're using nice wrists. So as we're striking it, we're pulling the sound out of the keys, right? Ba, ba, ba. It's almost like you're having to fill the room by pulling it out of the instrument. But I like the rebound you guys are getting the wrist motion going. Cool. So that's essentially the meter that we're going to be working on, right? Let's go ahead and do that one more time. We'll go about the same tempo. We'll start on the bottom. We'll only go to the first 5 notes. Can we actually model the articulation I'm going to do? So I'll sing it, then you'll do it as well. The rhythm is going to change a little bit. Da 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 da. Remind me. Da 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 da. Yeah, exactly. If you notice, I actually have that up on the board there. So can we actually count this out together really quickly? So the first, how are we going to count this here?
1 and 2 and
exactly.
And 4, 5.
Yeah, exactly. One more time out loud for me.
1 and 2 and 4, 5.
Exactly. Let's count that together one time. 5. All right. 3, 4, 5.
1 and 2 and 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 4, 5.
Excellent. Let's play that together. just for the first 5 notes of the concert F scale. One more time. 4, 5. Yeah, I know I skipped the note there at the top, but that's okay. You guys are doing a really good job of making sure that each note is clear. Can I actually have a little more of a top ping to the note. Da 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 da. You're doing a really good job of having full tone. I just need a clearer start. Does that make sense?
Yes.
One more time. We'll just do the first couple notes together. 4, 5. Exactly. That's a much clearer sound, and if we were playing this in an auditorium, that's going to come across to people way in the back as clear as it would for me standing here. And obviously, we want to play to them, right? You're not really playing for me, you're playing for an audience.
Right.
Cool. Can you do me a favor and take out the Cajun folk song right in front of you? We're going to look at actually the last 2 measures. Measures 131 and 132. Do we notice anything specific?
Of which movement again?
Of the second movement. It's called Bell. And it's measure 131 and 132 there. Do we notice anything specific about the rhythm in that?
That one.
Yeah, it's essentially that one, right? The meter is actually 3/4 at the end here, but it's essentially that same rhythm. Ba 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 ba. So for this measure, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Yeah? Can we play that together? For those of us who don't have that note, low brass, I know we don't have the 1 and 2 and. I need you to really clear 1, 2 and measure 132. Got it? Really nice articulation like you're playing to the back. Percussion, can I actually have someone on the toms playing that?
I don't think we have that music. It only goes to measure 129.
Are you in the second movement of Bell?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. That's fine. Can I just have you play the rhythm with us for now?
Yeah.
Cool. So 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being adaptable. I know there's a lot of stuff that this music actually has a couple misprints, but that's perfect. You can just jump on. Together, I measure 131 and 132 with low brass coming in nice and big on 1 and 2. I'll give you I'll give you 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. One more time. Yeah, a little louder from the toms there too. Da 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 da. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now can we have that just a little fuller? I know it has 3 Fs there, fortissimo. We're not going to play it that loud, but I still need a nice full tone from us. I know we're sight reading, but that doesn't mean we're scared of music, right? Ba 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 ba. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. I really like the way that we're making those spaces happen and that clear articulation. Can you do me a favor and accent a little more on the and of 2? Do we see that accent there for those of us that have that in measure 131? 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Pull that out just a little more so it's a little more bouncy of that style. Again. 1, 2. Yeah, one more time. That was perfect. I want to rep that one more time and get that going in the fingers in the air again. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. Nice job, guys. That sounds really good. We're actually going to move back a little bit now that we have that ending nice and strong there together. We're going to go ahead and start at measure 96 together. Take a look at measure 96. Yeah, exactly. So as we're playing through that for the flute and the trumpet, and even the trombones and the low brass have this, it's pretty much the same rhythm, right? Now we're back in the 5/4 rhythm. Ba 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 ba. Now we're just adding the notes and the melody to it. Can we just try that together? Everyone at measure at measure 96, not 196. 96 together. We'll take a little under tempo just to get the fingers together. I'll give you 4, 5, and we're in. 4. Nice. So for our first read, that was actually really good fingers, really good clarity of the notes. Can I have us play a little bigger now? Now I do that myself. When we start the sight read, we kind of back into our shell. I'd rather have you make a nice, loud, big mistake and it resonate in the room, and you're really going for those notes. You're really going for those rhythms, yeah? So let's play it a little nice and fuller, almost a dynamic up from what we're doing. at measure 96. One more time here, and then we'll, let's go on from there. So at measure 96. 4, 5. Yeah, percussion on the tambourine, we're going to jump in right at 101 there, yeah?
Okay.
So it goes from 5 and it goes into 2 right where we start there, and then everyone jumps right back into the 5 chord. Can we start right at 101 together?
101?
Yeah, at 101. Bum, bum. Sorry, we'll do the pickups into 1. Bum, 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 and we'll go on from there. Pickups into 101. I'll give you 4, you're in on 5. 4. This is a 3-bar. 105. That was actually really good, guys. You guys were able to jump in at different spots there. Woodlands, I actually like the way you guys are starting to add the accents back into that. You're still applying what we did in the scale, and it's coming across really nicely for you guys. Bum, 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 bum. The last thing we do here in the short time that we have together, can we start at measure 120? We'll jump ahead a little bit to 120, and we'll take it right to the end. And I really want to hear measure 131 nice and full. Look at measure 130 for me for 1 second. Do we see that marking there, the GP?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a complete stop there, and it's just going to be silence right as we get right into that measure. So I'll stop at measure 130, and everyone's eyes are going to be up here waiting for that start, and we'll start measure 131 together. What's up?
On 121, I have a, looks like a slur.
Yeah, that's a glissando. So for all of us, the glissandos, when they have like the little line going up to note, you'll start underneath it, and you'll just essentially do the scale really fast up. Just wiggle the fingers all the way up to that note, and that's the note we land on. Measure 120 to the end. Nice and full, nice and big sounds. Yes?
Where are we starting?
Measure 120.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks guys. So we'll have the toms and the bass going there. Measure 131 together. Yeah, exactly. One more time with that last 2 measures, because that sounds really nice. We want to end nice and strong there. Measure 131. Yeah, really nice ending, guys. I especially like the articulation at the end. Ba, ba, ba. And if that was in the hall, that should just wash over the audience, right? And everyone's sitting on the edge of their seat, going across. That was awesome, yeah? So cool, guys. I really like the way that we've been articulating today. The nice sounds that are coming from us. We're doing a really good job of accenting and actually playing nice and full. And that's exactly what we want when we're siring, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that on the next piece, which is Hymn Song. We'll go ahead and start pulling that up for Mr. Castro here as we do the switch. And I expect to hear all those nice sounds that you guys are making, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me over.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, fill out the compliment suggestion forms for Mr. Garcia, and when you're done, pass those to the right.